Yeah. Hi, guys. Good morning and welcome to the Bus Buffet on Elegbete TV Radio Afcon edition. My name is Edafe Matthew Esogene. We're going to touch about a lot of things, transfer rumors, stories. A certain Kunle sent me a message and said, love the fact that I'm back, but too much focus on the Afcon. I should also give transfer gist and update. I thought we're just going to focus this period on the Afcon, but then you have to listen to your audience as well, as they say. So yeah, I'm not to say I'm stubborn, I get coconutted, but I still have to listen. But before I give you the transfer update, let me ask you these questions, guys. What team, what nation, nation, not team, now, what nation have excited you the most at this AFCON? What player have, captured your attention? And what coach have given you this? Oh, I wish Nigeria employed this coach. I wish this coach was coaching Nigeria. But then for me, yesterday, Namibia really did it for me. This is a country that's never won a game at the AFCON. This is a country that always come, fall down and die. Like Mountain of Fire was praying against them. But I mean, they showed up, they turned up. And against, so they were not playing Burkina Faso, they were not playing Cape Verde, they were not playing Satome and Principe, they were not even playing against New Minions, Nigeria Super Eagles. So we're playing against Tunisia. Tunisia is supposed to be African superpower in football. Tunisia is supposed to be a very solid side. Yeah, they are not a Syria AFCON winners, but they are a team that when you play against Tunisia, you should come ready, guide your loans, tighten your bet, and be prepared. I think that Namibia came very prepared. And in the first 10 minutes, I mean, I tweeted that Tunisia were going to take them apart because in the first 10 minutes, Tunisia was running at them, creating chances, shooting, and then they were dead ball specialists. And I looked at the Namibia team and the reading. Truly, they say never judge a book by its cover. I messed up, and I'm going to raise my hand up. I judged the book by the cover, and it blew up in my face because the truth is, Namibia, after the 10th minute of the game, turned the screw on the Tunisians, and the game was different. It was a different game entirely. Please, guys, if you're viewing this anywhere you're viewing it from, do well to like and possibly share. We're having fun here. Share the fun. Not only money that they share, not only money that they do give away. Use the link of this show to do giveaway, to share it amongst your friends. Tell them, let's come in and join. And then wouldn't be bad anyway if you drop a comment and tell us where you're watching from. Let's see the spread of our audience. And no. That said, let's move forward on the conversation. So Namibia set themselves up in such a way that you couldn't, I mean, really sit down and say, oh, uh, Namibia was sitting back. Some people were on Twitter saying that most of the teams in Africa were sitting back, but I don't think that that's the case for Namibia. Correct me if I'm wrong. That wasn't the case. What I have seen, and maybe my understanding of the game is different. What I have seen so far is that every team, you see that thing that they said in the new year, that no grief for anybody, and then the Nigerian police came out to say, oh, that thing is a slogan that can cause problem, armed robbery, blah blah, violence, and that. Well, I don't know if they have a point, Sha. I'm not going to be here to rubbish the Nigerian police or fight against them, argue against them. They must have had their intelligence. They must have seen something. But let's go to the Namibia team. I thought they play 4-1-4-1 formation. Now, not too many countries play 4-1-4-1 in African football. But remember Senegal. Yeah, Senegal in 2002. When Senegal was under Bruno Metsu, they played this 4-1-4-1 formation. They had Elijah Diop, Buba Diop, Kamara, all those guys. They were incredible, imperious. They were unplayable. France can testify. A lot of other countries can testify. And this game, they had Lloyd Kazapua in goal, who I thought was pretty decent. I mean, Owono is my goalkeeper of the tournament so far. The guy that was against Nigeria was spreading everywhere like butter on bread, like virus, making sure that nobody could, penetrate him. It took a move for Osimhen to even score that header that looked like it was going to miss, but he scored. But then you have Ryan Iyambe. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing the names well, but that's how I see it. Ryan Iyambe on the right hand side, and then Kennedy Amutaya and Lubeni Hokongo, as well as Ryan Hanamob, on the back four. And then in front of them was the guy who I think, that guy that was wearing jersey number 18, who I think did an incredible job. You see, the thing is, to be the screen in front of the center back is such a hard job. You could make mistake, you could foul unnecessarily. And Tunisians are good with those 25, 30 yards free kick. And I think that the Namibians studied all that and made sure that didn't happen. So it was a Aprocious Petrus, okay, that was in front of the back line. And then you now have another four in front of him: Absalom Lombardi, Petros Shitembi, that was substituted. Immediately, I think it was after they substituted him that Dion Hoto scored that goal towards the very end of the game. Prince Juetza, the pronunciation of these names are terrible. Dion Hoto, the goal scorer. And then up front is Peter Shalalule. I mean, if you follow the South African League, you know some of these players. Okay, so for Tunisia, you would have, okay, man, I mean, they've got this team, they've got Slimani, they've got some of these players that you could just sit back and say they would win this game. Now lie, you, now lie. Never judge a book by what the cover. I was wrong myself. So in goal, they have Benksheb and Said, and then they have Ali Malol on the left hand side, Montasa Talbi, as well as Yasin Maria playing the center back. And then you have Waji Kashida in the right hand side of defense. And then you have Mohammed Ali Ben Romdahani. Hey, on Kimi, Ellie Shiri, as well as Anis Ben Slimani. I thought it was decent. I thought it was full of running, and sometimes they hang on to the ball too long. Sometimes his decision making, come on, it's not Xavier, it's not Iniesta, it's not Sandolise, it's not what's it called? It's not Tony Cruz. Neither was it what's that Croatian guy again? Luka Modric. But he did his best. He did what a Ben Slimani would do. Yusuf Maskani as well as Taha Kenisi. I don't Kenisi had a few chances that he could have scored, but Lloyd Kazapua was really, really, was really solid in goal. And there was some incredible save by Lloyd Kazapua as well. There was a free kick that the goalkeeper lifted up, and I mean his reflex, his athleticism, and all that. Mohamed Elias Achuri also had a chance that he didn't convert, and then they were substituted for Tunisia. It was four substitute that came on. Seifala Litfi, whatever his name is, Isa Leldoni, Hatem Joani, and Bassem Srafi. All of them came on. See, the day that the dog wants to get lost, he need a year on whistle. All this substitution on a good day, Tunisia will beat this team by 3-0. But listen, this is where hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work. Namibia came into that game like, oh, we can't match you guys for talent and star power, but you know what we can match you with? We can match you with hard work. We will run more than you. We will chase you guys when you're on the ball, and when you're without the ball, when we have the ball, we would be very, very judicious with it. And when the chance comes, we would just pray for one chance. For as long, you know how they say that for as long as you don't concede a goal, you stand a very good chance of winning the game. That's exactly what Namibia did. And for me, it was nice. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I'll take your opinion on the comment section. And then a team that is always pretending like they are on the same level with Nigeria, South Africa. South Africa had to play against a Malian side. Malians, a Malian side that comes with quite a bit of young players, but Mali is good at creating a team that is youthful and also fixed with experience. But then some names in the Malian team that you would know. Okay, Pesitao would be outdone by his goal that was cancelled by VAR. But hey, who cares? Yeah, that Pesitao can be a problem sometimes. But let's look at the South African team. Rowan Williams was in goal for them, and then you have Kuliso Modau, and then Sianda Zulu was the center back alongside Motobi Umvlala, and then you have Aubrey Modiba as the back four, and then you now have in midfield you have Pesitao, who had his goal Disala, Tobeu, Mokoena, Chopelo, Sitelo, Tapelo, Maseko. Mona they give us name will give us problem, and then you have Temba Zwane, and then there was a guy whose name was just the opposite of his performance. Wearing jersey number 9. His name is Evidence Magupka, but he go explain tire. There is no evidence of his ability to play. So another Moses Simon in the South African side. But then for Mali, hey, Malians came prepared. They were ready. It was a 4-3-1-2 formation that evolve into 4-3-3 and sometimes evolve into 4-4-2. Depends on how the shape of the team was. And they had Jigua Diarra in Mali. What is Mali without Diarra? What is Mali without Diarra? You cannot be Mali now. You're not Malian without Diarra. But there was a player in the Malian team that I just think is a Nigerian, okay, or having Nigerian blood, because you cannot be Malian and be Falaye. There's no, I don't understand. Please, somebody come and explain to me. Falaye, eh? Falaye Sako, that jersey number 17 on the Malian side. Let's just say there's some Nigerian something there. Again, one of the things that everybody needs to understand is Mali, the stadium that they played, Mali, the Malian border to Ivory Coast is 25 minutes from that stadium. So Mali were practically playing at home. They were playing that game at home. You see the fans, it was easy for them to come in. Remember, in the last 2 days now, I've been talking about one of the things that we need is the ease of movement within the African sub-Saharan region, like ease of movement, train, instead of needing to spend millions to travel within sub-Saharan region. There should be ease of movement via train like you have in Europe. And Malians came in and said, you know what, this is an home game. I don't care what anybody say. It might be in Cote d'Ivoire, the Nations Cup is going on in Cote d'Ivoire, but you could as well just say it's also Mali hosting it. And they showed what stuff they are made of. Hamadu Haidara, you guys know him? Yes. Bisuma, Universe Bisuma. Another player that you guys know. Alo Dieng. Yes. Kamori Dombia. Dombia was fantastic, hardworking, and it was rewarded with a 90 minutes play. How the Malian coach decided, you know what, I must make all my 5 changes. And first off, he wiped out the entire midfield chain of Amadou Diarra, Yusuf Bissouma, Ali Odeng, straight up. And then again, the 2 men that started, Soko Koita and Lassine Sinayoko, also were removed. So you saw that. And then again, another thing that this game had was the fact that the 2 center back for both sides picked up a yellow card. So I was like, okay, your center back is on the edge. Oh, yeah, you're not going to change them. But the coach is like, you know what? We're stuck into our guns. There's nothing that happen. No grief for anybody. They won't give us red card. Maybe they give us red card. We need to change anybody. Well, who am I to say anything? It was okay. I mean, it was okay as far as the game was concerned. But again, somebody said that if that South African goal was allowed to stay, maybe it would have been a different conversation. Well, South Africa, played the old school 4-4-2. Reminds me of their 1993-94 team, the Harfield Masinga, Dr. Kumalo, and the rest of them. But hey, it didn't change anything because they were beaten. And you know me, if you know me very well, 2 teams that when they get beaten excite me: Tottenham Hotspur and South Africa. They get beaten, hip hip hooray. Yes, I like them. I like seeing them get beat. Ghana, not a big deal anyway. It used to be a big deal. Like back in the day, I used to like it when they beat Ghana. But these days, Ghana is shit as Spurs as well. So they beat them. It's not really a big deal. I'm not surprised. Anybody can beat Ghana. And the only sad part is that's where Nigeria is also going to. Well, let's leave the Afcon territory of yesterday and look at the games that are going to go down today. And today's like the first day. The first day we have only 1 game. Today we have only 2 games. So one is going to go down by 6 p.m. and then the other one is going to go down by 9 p.m. So Morocco is playing against Tanzania. Now, none of the North African teams, if my memory serves me right, have been able to win a game in this tournament. So the first North African team that played in the tournament was Egypt. They managed to draw 2-2 with Mozambique. They forced them to 2-2 draw with a last-minute penalty. And just when you think, okay, that one is one of those one-off things, Algeria turned up against Angola, and it was a battle of the AAs. Two teams whose name starts with A and end with A, Angola, Algeria, and it ended 1-1. Are you so okay? When Tunisia comes in against Namibia, because again, it's another north versus south, you would expect that this time around they were going to tear them to pieces. Well, Namibia told them that, listen, your two brothers have been held to a draw. We're not even here for a draw. That header, that power header, the way the guy sneaked in, there was no offside, no need for VAR check. It was just perfect. Tunisia lost that game. So today, the last of the Mohicans, okay, the last of the Mohicans of the South Africans, because from tomorrow it will be now, second matches in the group, and the last of the Northern African teams will play, and it's going to be Morocco versus Tanzania. Tanzania football at club level have been on the rise lately. Would they be able to do in Namibia? Because if Namibia could do what they did, then Morocco should not just turn up thinking, hey, we're Morocco, you know us, we were in the semifinals of the last World Cup. Yes, I expect a lot from them. I think that they could do well. But again, if you study African football very well, when an African team goes to the World Cup and do well, they subsequently pivot downward, they just snowball negatively. So I don't know if this is going to happen with Morocco, but you can tell me what you think, what's going to happen with them. Then there's the Congo DR versus Zambia. I've been expecting a whole lot from Congo DR for a while now, but I have given up. I am done. So I'm going to be rooting for Zambia for this one. I want Zambia to win. If they like, they win. They like, they don't win. But I want them to win. If they would take it, oh, that's their business. But tomorrow, some very pretty exciting matchup is going to go down tomorrow. Guinea will play Guinea. That's Guinea, Equatorial Guinea versus Guinea Bissau. That's like some equal footing game. But it's Cote d'Ivoire versus Nigeria, Battle of the West Africans. Then there is Ghana. Now Egypt didn't win their first game. So if Ghana doesn't win this next game, they're already out because they lost to Cape Verde, right? And then the day after, which is on Friday, Cape Verde will play Mozambique. But look at it hypothetically that why Ghana is busy dragging with Nigeria, who have better music and who have better jollof rice. I can agree that they have bigger yansh than Nigerian women. I can agree. I can accept that. But then again, South Africa thumped them for bigger yansh as well. But while they are arguing all those mundane things, oh boy, play football, play football. You know that Ghana have not won the Nations Cup since 1982. Is it 82 or 84? Since the 80s. Some people who are watching me today have not seen Ghana win a Nations Cup, an Afcon. But the way Ghana behave and the way they carry themselves most times, especially against Nigeria, the only problem I have with Nigeria is Nigeria have not won the Nations Cup twice in a decade. It's always more than 10 years apart. So we won in 1980, 14 years later we won again. And then after that, it took us another, 10 years. But this time around, you have to almost 20 years, if I'm not mistaken. 1994, then 19 years was what it took again for us to win the other one. It's about time Nigeria is able to win the AFCON in a day, twice in a day, like Cameroon did, like Egypt did, three straight. Okay, Cameroon did two straight, and then Tunisia broke it, and then Egypt say, okay, you know what, hand it over to us. It was the Arab Revolution, as the legendary, iconic, best football writer in the world, Mumini Alao, put it back in the day. And just at the Amaju Beach party on the 30th of December at Ilashe Beach, me, myself, Bovy, who is a fantastic football head. He's a comedian, but it's a fantastic football head. Just the same way Timida Kolo is an amazing comedian, but he's just focused on the music. And Bovy, we're all discussing about this. And then Bovy's got Jesus. I'm almost going to admit that Bovy knows football more than I do. Yeah, that's how good the brother is. But hey, please, if you're watching, please just click on the like button. It doesn't really take your data. It doesn't take money from your account. Just click on the like button. Let's go. We have 30 people viewing and then we have only 10 likes. Please do that. Let's have fun doing this. Okay, now let me go to the what do you call the comment section and see how it goes. I hope you guys are hearing me clearly and my picture is bright enough, for you guys. I mean, might not be as bright as it will be in the studio, like I always say. I mean, it takes a whole lot of lighting in that studio. That's something a lot of people don't know. Being here, you will see the difference. So let's go. Sabi girl decided to say, you know what, yesterday was a mistake. Let me prove you wrong. You're getting angry, frowning your face like monkey will climb doesn't change anything. I know that's what you're trying to do. Yeah. First to comment, first to be here. She said, good morning, boss. Good morning to you. You know that you this my Gwendolyn, they contribute to. You just greet, just mark register like all those Nigerian civil servants, and then just disappear. That's a trick anyway. But let's just leave it. You never come like, okay, this is this one, that one. All these good money people, all these greeters, please, when I stop to the greeters, calm down. Let's talk football on the show. It's everybody. It's not just me talking. Okay, I will still, have to give you the transfer rumor, the gossip that is going on. But I asked a question earlier on. What team have impressed you the most in this tournament so far? I know that Senegal won 3 goals to nothing. I know that Mali just won last night, last game last night. But for me, it is Namibia going toe to toe with Tunisia the way they did. Since I come back like teacher. Jesus. I can't wait for my dreadlock to come back. Jesus. Oh, I be like Mogu. I be like, according to my wife, I be like Okoro. Unamdi. uh well, leave me. Adeole Wash just say good morning, Mr. Elegote. Thank you very much. Ufoma Edijala. I like that name. Edijala is Sunday, practically Sunday. What's Edijala mean is Sunday. But if somebody's name is Sunday, it just looks somehow. But Edijala, it just have a feel. It's a guy when I was growing up in data broadcasting service. His name is Edijala Okwe. Those are some of the guys that I listen to. Fidelis Blackburn, the late Fidelis Blackburn and Novakbo, Samuel Fijoku, you know, Oko and the rest of them, Terry Maxson, Tunde Omono there. It's a whole lot, some nostalgic feelings coming in as I'm mentioning those names. Well, let's go to this. Jilama say from streaming from VI. It's VI this morning. Adeo Yoloa Oluwa says, watching from Ilukpeju. Yes, I was at Ilukpeju on Monday for Super Sports Monday Night Football and the 700 episode of Monday Night Football. It was fun. These guys, it's like, hey, you're criticizing yesterday. They will never invite you to their platform again. Like, guy, calm down. Oh. I be quality. Oh. Ferrari need to do advert. Oh. Yeah, I don't understand. I be quality. Oh. You're supposed to know that one. The fact say I dey fight for Nigerians. You know the funny thing? I've not watched any of the game. I have other platforms. I have other like countless platforms. But what is worth speaking up for is worth speaking up for. And the fact that you speak up for it does not necessarily mean you are enemies to the organization. You're just saying, as a person in your nation who have a platform, you will speak against things that are not right. But some people just try to take this thing. It's just like when people say, I'm hating on the Super Eagles. The truth is, I'm not hating on them. Remember, say I took the attack class of '94. Ah, my guy, he's like, "Who kill me that day?" But I'm not hating on the players. I'm just demanding for better, and I don't think demanding for better represent hate. I don't know. You guys should correct me because I don't think I know it all, but I know a little. I'm not also ignorant completely. I know a little. I'm not daft, but demanding for more, demanding for excellence should not be seen as hating, and it's just strange. Okay, so everybody can say good morning, Mr. Abbas. Good morning to you. Ebube DK, do not bear hand in his death. I know some of you don't know this line. This line I just gave now. If you know where this line came from, just write it on the comment section. Ebube DK, I am warning you. The boy calls you father. Do not bear a hand in his death. Okay, if you know where that line came from, uh, please put it on the comment section. And then there's another line. As the hunters have learned to shoot without stopping, the birds have also learned to fly without catching. If you know what who wrote that line, let me know. But right now, let me go to the comment section. Adeola Asha say, please, sir, what is your own opinion as regard the whole Sadiq Umar injury confusion? What exactly could have happened, sir? So this is what I was explaining this to Dr. Wale yesterday. Dr. Wale, how are you doing? I know you watch this later. I mean, you're in surgery now, but when you're done, I hope that the surgery is successful. And when you watch it, it was nice having a very long conversation with you yesterday. Thanks for all that you do for humanity and not for free medical care that you do. I mean, in the last 2 years, I've been involved in paying a lot of medical bills, so I know when you see somebody who's doing all that. So thank you very much. Now, let me say this. Nigeria have medical doctor, Dr. Ibrahim and the other guy, Unaemeka, the PCO. Yes, we have. But it's not just to have doctors, as you all know with the Japa syndrome. You also have to equip them completely. You also have to have the facilities and the centers and the equipment to be able to detect certain things. So let me use this as an example. When my son was feeling bad, well, we're having all the misdiagnosis until we had to get somewhere else and then we get. So sometimes, when it comes to injuries, sometimes you get a knock And because you have a history of injury, people will say, okay, let's be precautious, let's be careful. So I think what they did was, oh, maybe it's the injury that have reoccurred. And then they sent him for safety to where he will get better treatment, where he will be properly taken care of, just like Victor Boniface as well. But then when he got back, he now realized that okay, the injury is not as serious as earlier thought. And then he went. More, but my constellation, my surprise at people complaining about Sadiq Kumara is when Sadiq Kumara was selected, a lot of people said he was a product of quarters. He was in the team because Ibrahim Gusso is an Hausa man, he's a Muslim, blah, 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 it's his brother. That was the comment. But I said when Amajo was there, this guy was also selected. I mean, he's been in around the national team since 2015 and 16 when they went to Rio and won the bronze medal at the Olympics. But his career has been blighted with a lot of injuries. So now he got kicked out of the team and he's training with his club and he's put on, on road to play for match day and people are complaining. My question, what do you guys really want? What do you really want? Because the guy who you say doesn't deserve to be in the team, have no business in it, got removed, and Paulo Macho was brought on to replace him. And I thought that you guys should be doing party hip hop, hooray, we are good, everything is good. No, everybody is now getting angry and getting pissed. Like, oh, he didn't want to play. Did you guys even want him to play for the team in the first place? So those are some of the questions that we need to ask. As much as we want to push the blame around, I think that it is the lack of proper medical facilities within our reach that caused probably misdiagnosis that that led to that. And that is pretty much okay as far as I'm concerned. Because in the heads of a lot of people, it is good riddance to bad rubbish. But I've always said that Sadiq Umar is a good player, offers what no other player. Nobody attacks the last. Nobody also shoot from a distance like Sadiq Umar. He's just not had the run of games that he deserved to prove himself and show himself in the national team. But the kind of hula baloo, the kind of higgy haga, the whole noise about us, like I thought you guys don't want this guy in the team. So why the anger? But hey, it is Nigeria sometimes. I just feel like sometimes we don't even know what we want. That's the way I feel. Additional format said the 4-1-4-1 is a very compact formation, and when you have fast pacey wingers that can cross, it is deadly. You need a good point man. The wing is the weapon of attack, while the four behind the one striker. Okay. I don't know what that's what you're saying is anyway, but let's just pretend I know what you're saying. That the additional part that you brought to the conversation. Let me pretend like I know it, but I don't think I know that. You say okay, it's a continuation. Why the four behind the one striker makes it difficult for the opposing team to really play. Oh, okay. Thank you very much. I get it. Akwayemi Ezekiel says, money in senior man money. Una to the great. Una contribute. There's a question on the conversation already. Let's contribute to it. Okay. Which team have impressed you the most in this tournament? For me is Namibia. Which player have lit up the tournament for you? And which coach have tactically mastered the art? I think for me, again, is the Namibian coach. I mean, to keep Tunisia in check. It's not like Tunisia came to defend, or probably they were not good. They were a good side. They were playing, they were running, they were dribbling, they were dazzling as well. But somehow it just didn't click for them, and Namibia stood their ground. They end up against the antics, the tricks, and everything else that could have happened. They just stood firm. I think I like that. Okay, one of the things that I think works in African football is if you want to play African football and be successful, you must first off agree to run more than your opposition, and that's why I'm always afraid for the Super Eagles. But again, it's going to be the game against Cote d'Ivoire where I think we would just edge it is two teams who have players that are doing big manity, but that Frankie Casey una go side talk unless he doesn't come to the game. That Frank say Fofana and Sangari, that midfield, that's where the battle will be won. That's the way Alex Iwobi they do way they are minded. let's talk about it tomorrow. Let's move on with the comment section. Okay. Aroturego, hey, Professor Hannah, he said, good morning, Chief Elegote. Good morning to you. He said, I enjoyed all matches yesterday. So much movement with ball and good passes. Yes. He said the South African team didn't do so well yesterday. Yes, I agree with you on that. I feel the Malians were more tactical, approached the game with purpose, and they won it. 100% agree. Nobody could have said it better than how the professor have just said it. I agree with him 100%. Henry Moru. Now, if you are, you work and you're busy, and sometimes in the office you need somebody to send you. It's unfortunate that in the comment section of YouTube you cannot post a picture. You need somebody. You live around Lagos and its environs. You need somebody to send you lunch pack with roasted plantain. Good one, or not that one with the melt, and yeah, or not that very well. In short, if you talk to them, you tell them what you want: very well ripe, overripe, show ripe, or just balance like that, with croaker fish, barbecued croaker fish, or turkey, or chicken, or Titus fish with some badass sauce that practically a secret, because what he does is different. That's the guy. Henry Murray is the guy to go to. And I've always said that family business is what is missing in Nigeria. I like a business where a husband, our young couples come together and say, you know what, let's not focus on working in this company or that company. Let's build our own brand. And they've been on it for a while, and what they are doing is incredible. You can reach out to him. Okay, the grill on Instagram is what their handle is. And like I always said, every now and then I would promote somebody's business that I know, that I'm sure of, because again, I can't promote your business and then you go and disappoint people. But this one I'm very sure of. You can reach out to him. The grill. Okay, you can reach out to them, and when remember, you can put your handle or your contact information on the comment section. They would supply you and satisfy your taste for something different. Okay, that's one. Two, you could also have some friends who are having birthday. Remember, back in the day, I used to order ewa going and bread for people that are having birthday or some special day like that. Yeah, and the funny thing, it's just fine. Instead of the cake, which is a regular thing, jadi sugar and the rest. I'm not saying cake is bad, but I'm just saying sometimes just do something different that is kind of like unique. And when I do it, when I order maybe 10 plates of ewagoyin and bread, agege bread, to them, say happy birthday in the office, and they just like, they remember it. And my friend that has relocated to Canada, he keep talking about it, that in his office they're still talking. Whether your friend where the order, they do better, as we do better for Canada, tell us to make you order the ewagoyin and bread to our office, and it's just something that is unique. So I think this is one person you can also patronize and make that kind of order. Okay, for those of you who are in the abroad, like, oh no, if I was in Nigeria, no. I remember my sister Linda ordered, like, was it 20 to my office from him, and she's in the UK, so you can also order for your friends and family members and people that just to spice them up. Not every time sending money, but sending money no bad. Though. I'm not against sending money. I'm just, even myself, I need the money badly, but just spice somebody's day. And Henry Moru and his wife would take care of you. Then if you have events and you need somebody to come in and add additional spice to the amala, the rice, the asun, they also do asun, so do all those special. That's your guy to go to. Well, let's get past that now. Henry Moru, you've gotten your free advert of the week. No one coming again. That one is done. So let me go to Henry Moru. Henry Moru say, wish year go one stay. People we get free penalty. We no fit use them. Let's say in African sports. Oh God, Gwendolyn, see your club they for gutter, yeah. Set it up for gutter, match. I didn't match your club yesterday. They match your club. But I mean, Sports did well against Manchester United. Sha. I thought that Sports should have even won that game. Sha. Oh, Johnny Gaffer will be angry with me now that I'm saying this. Well. Talking about that. Talk about the angel. I don't call people devils anymore. Talk about the angel and his, yeah. Johnny Gaffer. But again, Johnny Gaffer is actually an angel, because the kind of support that he's giving to this brand. God, if everybody support us like that by now. We for even this what's it called? For they do this show for Ivory Coast right now. Thank you very much, Johnny Gaffer, for always being there for us. He said Morocco will whip these boys today. Now, so I think say Tunisia go whip Namibia. Oh, African football, the four-person hand. Oh, there is no expert analyst. Oh, leave African football. Oh, now when we go World Cup with the form leg bearer within us, you know, I don't know, but some of us grew up in those kind of house where your papa for house na lion, na British bulldog, for outside na war gecko, na small dog bingo. Well, some other people, and I think in my house is an exception to the rule. My house, my stepdad was just as wild as he is at home. And my stepdad is a very tall, huge, he's a giant. So it's not a very cute man as well. My mom try. I said that fine past my mama well, but my mom try. Very tall man. He one palm is like two of my own like this. Right, that man slapping. I slap. He beats me. This teeth. So this is artificial teeth. His safety boot kick my mouth. My lip swell up like this that year. But he's like that also outside. Like if you try him, if you step on him outside, but he's very quiet. Like he comes across as a very quiet, humble guy. He's your man. Provoker first. You go know the provocation where you said so. What do you define? Walk am. If you walk well on now, walk am. Demola Ibrahim Abiodun say good morning, boss. Good morning to you. We waiting to happen for this year Afcon. If you no play well, you go collect what. Wallahi. Peter Isaac, he say Afcon of surprise. Namibia is game changer for me. I will be watching them closely. I just hope that some of these small teams they expand their energy to play one game. And then after that, they get carried away. Saudi Arabia is a case in point. Most times that happen. I just hope that they can do like the Senegal of 2002. Small team, shocking everybody and keep going until I think they met Turkey in the quarterfinals and talking like, Wale, it. What small teams like you two, we're not going to fall for the prank that you're doing. Wallet, and then they stopped them. But they were good value for money. Osaze, it says, good morning, bro. Namio, son of Oba. Hey, how you doing, Osaze? Oba of Benin. This Afcon are magic. Small countries, beat big countries. Some now. From now, I know the verse for Super Eagles again. Really? I don't know. Maybe they play Cote d'Ivoire first. Two big countries to play. So tomorrow we will know. I will hope that you will come back tomorrow and tell me whether you are angry, because tomorrow post match I would have like a live. But I know my own fear be say when we lose and nobody go there to follow me do the live. Demola Ibrahim Abiodun says, two teams have impressed me in the tournament: Namibia and Cape Verde. Cape Verde make Ghana look ordinary. They played them from 0 to 90 minutes. I agree 100%. But I also thought that, let's be fair, I also thought that Ghana played well. I mean, in the last 5 years, that's one of Ghana's best game. And Jordan, are you coming out to say 10 players in that team were playing their first Afcon, inexperienced, blah, blah, blah? I don't think he should have come out to say that. But even if it was the truth, he shouldn't have said that, because it kind of like look like you're blaming them for their inexperience. I mean, just let it go, then go to the next game and prove yourself. But then the next game is against Egypt, who did not win in their first game, against Mozambique, who we all thought would be whipping boys in that group. So lose for Ghana. Something in my head says I want Ghana to lose. You all know I want Ghana to lose so that Chalet can go back. There's no best loser. Even if they think that they'll go and beat Mozambique and get best loser, that Mozambique that I saw can even get a problem. But guys, as you're viewing, please click on the like buttons. Help us to grow. Help the algorithm to notice that people are really interested in what we're doing. Please click on the like buttons as we're there so that our numbers will go up. Yeah, Arotorego said things fall apart. Yes, that is where it was said. Ebubedike, bear no hand in his dead. The boy calls you father. Ebubedike was what's it called? Peter Doce, or Okonkwo, as we now know him. And the boy in question was a little boy called Ikeme Funa. Okay, things fall apart and the centers cannot hold. Again, it was also in Things Fall Apart, where written by the great, iconic, legendary wonder writer of Africa is Chinua Achebe. Please, if I don't pronounce that name well, my able brothers and sisters don't get angry with me. But it is what's it called? Ezeodu. and again, if I don't pronounce that name well, forgive me. Pretty much young Izedu that was saying that to Konko at the time. Okay, and when you look at the today Nigeria, that novel, that small book, that small, very small, like this book. Okay, we things all about this in this house. I bought it for my children to read. Seems like today's Nigeria is more like, you know, the book is more relevant to today's Nigeria than the Nigeria of the 80s where that book was written. If you agree with me, I mean, if you read the book, you would understand what I'm saying. Like this book thing, sometimes it's like the Animal Farm. If you look at the world today, the Animal Farm by George Orwell is more prevalent. It's more relevant to today's world than the world in which it was written. I don't know how these things happen, but I mean, sometimes I know we're talking football, Sha, but sometimes we just go into all this literature, jump outside of the football arena and come back into it. Well, thank you very much for that, Aroturego, for that. Michael Elita say the line is from Things Fall Apart. Is it to come? Yeah, thank you very much. People with their school fees correct. Young Batango to say more interesting game ahead. The disruption mean Afcon is growing. I know this tournament will be mind blowing. Just imagine that one unknown team just go on and win it like Zambia did in 2012. But Zambia's win in 2012 was not really surprising because it was a long time coming. In 1994, they were in the finals and were saved by the Earth's breath. Okay, so they were building it there. So just imagine like in Namibia or in Mozambique or in Cape Verde goes on to win the Afcon. Jesus Christ, it will be sweet. It will be nice. I mean, Greece won it in 2004 in Euros. Denmark won it in Euros in 1992. So, I mean, why not in Africa? So that's not nothing bad about that one. Henry Morris says the Namibia team has been my team of the tournament thus far. Please, someone should play the video of that assist to Moses Simon to see. And Emmanuel Ihianusi says, I've not really had the privilege of seeing most of the matches, but the few ones I've seen, I think a very tickle my fancy. Thank you very much for that one. And then Digital Farmer say, I am really enjoying this AFCON. I am too. Asan, Agada, and you know the funny thing is I just sit here in this my dining table, this big iMac in front of me, and I'm streaming the matches and I'm just having fun. I'm just having great fun watching the game, seeing the highlight, the clip, reading all the CAF technical reports, and while my children are over there in the living room watching their cartoon or whatever they are watching. None of my business. If they disturb me too much, I put headphone in my ear and I just chill and I'm watching the thing that I'm watching. My son have a a a copycat character of me. So when I was growing up, I like my movies loud. I like my movies loud. That's why I think I grew up loving my house. If you're my friend, one of my greatest shortcomings is I don't visit people. I don't go to people's party. Now, self, I don't learn them, and it's because I need to network because of the work that I do. I don't. I'm the guy you don't invite. First off, I don't do parties. So you don't come my party. I not get party where I go do. Where I go invite you. So forget about it. Don't even think about it. So naturally, yeah, I grew up knowing that the key to personal happiness, make your house a destination for you. Wherever you like going out to, that's why I don't go out to watch football in the viewing center, God forbid, in the lounge, all those. Nah, no, I don't do that. What I do is I like big TV. Now, this TV that I have, I'm already saying to myself, I need a bigger one. That's my fetish. Like, I need a bigger TV, a smarter TV, a clear. And this is good, but it was my birthday. I bought it for myself like some 2019. Yeah, 2019 when Tega was born. So it's about almost 5 years now. So I'm thinking, okay, I need another one. But bills are killing me. Some of the bills are killing me. So I'm slowing down. That's just my own way of I remember when I told my wife when we were about to marry, I said, I'm not one husband that you will be afraid that, oh, he goes out and he doesn't like to come home. No, I'm not. I'm not that kind of husband. I'm the husband that you will get tired of seeing at home. I'm always going to be at home because I grew up with a stepfather who was never around. So I'm always going to be around for my children. I want to experience them grow. I want to see them. I want to be there for them all the time. That's the reason. So there's always going to be light in my house. There's always going to be good internet and all that, until recently where man, Nigeria is happening to me, So now it's a bit shaky, but I still, keep it home. That's just on the side anyway. Let's go on. Digital Advice said, I'm really enjoying this AFCON. Hassan Agada. I kind of like that name because Hassan is Hausa, Agada is Delta, kind of come together. I say, good morning, Mr. Lebete. I see Mali going far in the tournament. I think so too. Mali, Senegal. I think Cote d'Ivoire as host country, but I'm going to see them again against Nigeria. I mean, let's be very honest. They played against Guinea-Bissau. It was 2-0. I thought that game they should have, maybe won like 3 or 4 or 5 goals or nothing, but that didn't happen. So let's see. And honestly, after that game, because it was the first game, so I was all high hope. After that game, seeing all the other games that I have seen, uh, please, there is no 5-0 anywhere in this tournament. There's no Gibraltar or Suriname in Africa. There's no 5-0 anywhere in this tournament. If they look for 5-7-8-0, my brother, you're on a long team. It ain't happen. Sorry. Simeon Abba. He said, "Good morning, boss. Good morning to you. Good to be here on the show. Thank you once again for being on the reporter last week, Friday." So, first off, Simeon, let me tell you something there. One of the things that I do when somebody reach out to me that, oh, I want you to be on my show, I go and research the person. And I find out that, so I call people in a way, and I find out that you ask very intelligent and quality questions. And that's something you don't know anyway, but I just needed to tell you because people are doing well, you also have to encourage them. So it was easy for me to agree. I've, turned down a lot of people because sometimes they get you on their show and the conversation is crap. And that's why I also love Solomon Morillo. Solomon Morillo gets me very well. Okay, he knows that I easily get pissed off with mundane question. If you want me to be on your show, the questions have to be quality, so that I would feel satisfied. Like, okay, I give you my time and you do it. And to be very very honest, Simeon, your show's quality. It's a show that I would love to be on again if you want to have me. So thank you also for having me, for considering me good enough to be on your show. It was nice, and we discussed some very very valid topical points that are important, okay, to the good of Nigeria and African football. Additional Lavuma says, you are spot on. Things is falling apart. Things fall apart is more relevant. I wish this is not the Nigeria of today. We can only remain positive and grow our own. Henry Achono said, "Good morning, bros. Good morning to you. May I ask, if you are the coach, would you have taken Ahmed Musa, and how often will you use him in a match as the captain of the team watching from Estonia?" Let me be very honest with you, and I've told this to the governor, Ahmed Musa, before. I don't retire since 2019. Me, in my head, I don't retire. This is not me beefing Ahmed Musa or like I have anything against him. I think that taking Ahmed Musa and telling me that he is the connect between the experience, is the one that brings that inject experience into the team, is the foolishest opinion anybody will give. But hey, I am not a paragon of knowledge. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that everything must happen my way. But the question is thrown to me that if I'm the coach, I won't take him. I won't take True Second. I won't take him. Even my very good friend Kenneth Omero are like, guys, it's enough, because I am not seeing the experience work. You see, this Super Eagles, I said some time ago that even if God come to coach this team, he will struggle. And people said I was blaspheming. No, I'm not blaspheming. It's a figure of speech. Truth of the matter is, it's not even a coaching problem. And a lot of people don't know that. And when I say it, people say, what are you saying? You're trying to back the coach. And there's a new toga in Nigeria. Once you defend somebody, they say you don't collect money. First off, no, none of these people get money to give anybody. And I had a long conversation with somebody yesterday night. Somebody said, I criticize Sime. I don't feel criticize with Sime because Sime don't pay me. And I said, I call him. I had to pick my phone and call him. I said, listen, Osime, where they arrest a family member because of money, you does it look to you like somebody who could dash anybody money? Look at, and I like put this thing out there so that people who always like to use that phrase should think well. I've built a business from scratch that I've risen. This company that I have is now valued at over 500 million naira. I built it from scratch with a billionaire fighting against me, my former chairman, writing to every agency not to give me job. In the last 6 or 7 years, no agency don't give me 1 naira campaign. So, like, I practically took scraps. I practically watched the undercover billionaire, Stan, Grant Cardone, and I said to myself that if these guys could take $100 and go to a place where nobody know them and build $1 billion business, for, in the case of Stan, it was 800 million. Uh, what's it called? 800,000. In the case of Grant Cardone, it was about $4-5 million, and then the other two women were over 1 million. If they can do it in America, I can do the same here. And I've grind every single day. and raise the company, raise people that are now. I mean, look at Emmanuel Sebastian, is now a commentator in the MPFL. Also, while doing that, change the narrative of the Nigerian league. And somebody think it is one footballer who will give you money. First off, let me explain something about Nigerian footballers so you people so you know. I have done over 30 Nigerian footballers interview. Not one of them have shared it on their status. This one is free. You don't have to call them on now your interview. Not one of them have shared it on their status, right? That's the person you think would part with their money and give to anybody. No. You see on our way there for this comment section, Una go easily give me money faster than any Nigerian footballer. That's one. Two, let me explain something so that you people will know and stretch it back to the class of 94. Look at all our footballers. How many of them you don't see say their circle of friends, they successful through them? Like, oh, I want to buy a house. Oh, I want my friend who is in real estate to help me so that he can take a commission. I want to buy a car. I want my friend who is doing car business to help to be involved in the business so that they can take commission. Nigerian footballers don't do that. Nigerian footballers are like what you call a demon. And I'm not saying it, this is a public space. I'm saying it because I get tired of people thinking that once you support a player, you promote a player, is because you're collecting money from them. Nigerian players not get money to give anybody. They don't. I've done podcasts. I've invited players and I pay them $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 to be on my podcast. And for those of you who don't know, my podcast special delivery is going to be on News Central from January 22nd on DSTV. Okay, so we're coming out strong out of the gates, trying to give you more of that. So for those of you who've been asking, where's the podcast? So stop going on Twitter, whether it is on Oma or myself or anybody that they've given you money. No, they don't. They don't. People grew up with these footballers. None of them are successful. Neymar, when he signed his contract with Barcelona, made sure 11 people who he grew up with, go and watch his documentary, are signed on that contract. They get paid. One is his photographer. One is responsible, before he bought his private jet, one is responsible for renting planes. He gave them those jobs so that they can make money for themselves. Okay, one is responsible for picking his wardrobe, telling him what to wear. One is responsible. When Nike signed him to that 10 years deal, they included a clause that made Nike pay those other 11. And I can go on and on and on in the basketball world. That's even a different conversation entirely because that system is structured. But I'm just telling you, it doesn't happen in Nigeria. Nigerian footballers need to give person money unless you get breasts, you get yash. I make boys, then Bobrisky, Idris, they turn to them Bobrisky. That's just the basic truth. So when you see somebody give an opinion or support a player or go against a player, it's not about money. There's no money attached to it. Nigerian players no go fit give you anything. People when you interview, they're not fit share your interview for their platform. What you said I won't give you money. People should think about that thing well. Oh. Look at Davido. Israel. What did Israel be? Absolutely nothing. True, Davido is rich. He's successful. I mean, to a certain extent. And you can say that of Timida Kolo. You can say that of Burna Boy. Alibaba, just because of Alibaba's success, you have AY, Basket Mart, no, Bobby is not part of it. A host of others. Alibaba just gave somebody a 16 million naira car. One small boy from Abia State on January 1st. That's how your success make other people successful. So when they talk of, hey, Nigerian footballer, I don't give you money. And truth be told, not every journalist really the hungry. Let's be very honest. Not every journalist. Some of us are working extremely hard to build an ecosystem that these people you worship don't even build. So when everyday people come up with that comment, I'm like, guys, when are they talk on that thing? Well, let's move on that conversation and go to where we stop. Okay. Area channel. Okay, I've read that one. Chris Breezy. Are you Chris Brown's fan? He said, let's not be deceived. First matches could be like that for the big teams. There are C minus in African football. No, I'm not going to agree until it is proven. Currently, let's accept the reality because football is judged based on current results. So let's not now put a caveat that is because of first matches. So you're telling me that the big teams didn't come prepared, right? Because it's first game. Okay, now. Emmanuel Bianchi says, I'm currently in the UK. Please, what platform can I stream the match from? If you get, come, Emmanuel, chat me up because YouTube will take me down. Chat me up on Elegbete one on Instagram on my DM, and I would give you an explanation on how to go about it. Semyon Abo says, thank you, sir. You're very, very welcome. Chris Breezy say, bros, Elegbete, we go still C50 for this tournament. Let's just continue enjoying the matches. Well, it's possible. I'm not saying it's not possible, but hey, Firewall, the name that I like, you say we definitely have better talent than Ivory Coast. No, I disagree. No, 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 no. There's nobody in our okay, maybe Alassane, but there's nobody. Alassane is not going to play tomorrow. There's nobody in our midfield that can walk into that Ivorian midfield. And the big talent that we claim to have is Osime. If we put Sebastian Haller on a plate with Osime, they're almost at par. The only problem is the fact that the young man got injured. I mean, got that cancer issue, and it's affected him. Let's look at the Ivorian team a bit. Let's look at the Ivorian team a bit because sometimes we just have this belief. Everybody go say Mama soup sweet. So let's look at the Ivorian team first. Starting with the goalkeeper, Yaha Fofana. You cannot convince me that Stanley Wambali is better than Yaha Fofana. That's going to be hard for me. Their entire defense line is 50-50. Maybe Zaidu Sanusi is better than Gislian Konan, okay? But you can't tell me that Ola, is better than Wilfred Stefan Zingo. And then our two defensive central back, Ivan Indika and Osmani Diomande, can match them up. Then in that midfield, Seko Fofana would knock out Frank Onyeka. Frankie Kese will knock out Alassane Yusuf. Ibrahim Sangare will knock out Alex Iwobi. That's a fact. That's a fact. Jonathan Bamba, Jean-Philippe Crusoe, and Jeremy Boga. So Jonathan Bamba, I will pick him ahead of Moses Simon. Jeremy Boga, okay, let's say Ademola Lookman is better than him. Jean-Philippe Crusoe is not as good as Osimhen on paper, but they both score 1-1 goal each in this tournament. So, brother man, I disagree with you on this one. We are not better than them in any way. It is not possible. It's not something that I want to even agree at all that we are better than Ivory Coast. Noel Turin. Well, it's been a while. How are you? Well, it's been a while. I've been here as well. How are you today? Well, 3 minutes to the end of the show. How are you today? He said, well, I must say that after seeing other top African teams so far, I hope just a little less anger. So I have just a little less anger on the Super Eagles for that result. Okay. Peter Isaac is saying, you are not on Instagram today. No, my phone is broken. I said it yesterday. No, I say I'm very well. I sent you a message on IG a while ago. My Michael says, good morning. Anybody can be beaten. Oh, yes. And then, as I promise is a debt. So let me run you through some of the transfer gossip before I round up. Arsenal and Liverpool are interested in signing 22-year-old Wolves and Algeria defender Ryan Atnori. Liverpool want to keep Spanish midfielder Thiago Alcantara, that is 32, but is attracting interest from Brazilian side Flamengo and El Ittifaq of Saudi Pro League. Remember that Jordan Henderson is not ready to leave Saudi Pro League after collecting 700k every week for some time. And I mean, I hear that he's going to pay 7 million tax also. I don't know. And then he's willing to sign a 6-month deal with Ajax Amsterdam. Ajax are at the bottom of the Dutch league. They're beginning to find a way up anyway. Newcastle will review their January transfer plan as a special meeting this week following the injury to 27-year-old Brazilian midfielder Joelinton. Okay, Chelsea do not hold any interest in Sporting and Sweden striker Victor Gyökeres, 25, despite reports of a 73 million pounds offer being made. Well, we will see at the end of the day. Brentford have a verbal agreement with Tottenham Hotspur for a loan move for Spain defender Sergio Reguilon, 27, although there is no option to buy clause. According to Fabrizio Romano, Middlesbrough have inquired about signing 21-year-old Ivory Coast winger Amad Diallo, but Manchester United want to keep him after he impressed in training. Right, Nottingham Forest will prioritize selling players over buying this month in an effort to show the Premier League they are taking the charge of allegedly bridging profit and sustainability rules seriously. Well, when you sign 22 players like MPFA Club, what do you expect? Liverpool retain an interest in Chelsea 20-year-old England defender Levi Colwill, despite he signing a long-term contract last summer. I don't think that Chelsea wants to sell him anyway. Paris Saint-Germain, they've gone to do this again, and I don't think it's going to work. I've offered France forward Kylian Mbappe, 25, a new contract worth 100 million euros. That's about 86 million pounds per season. Jesus Christ, this football. Where do people sell this money? Manchester United want Bologna's 22-year-old Dutch forward Joshua Zirkzee in the summer. Arsenal are also looking at him. Wolves are considering a move for 22-year-old Albanian forward Armando Borja, 22, whose Chelsea's future is likely to hinge on whether they sign a striker this summer. Talking about Chelsea signing a striker, we hear that they are talking to Osimhen's people, but Osimhen have said he's not willing to move this January. He would rather move in the summer. Arsenal are in talks with Besiktas over a deal for 32-year-old Portuguese defender Cedric Soares. Okay, Burkina Faso forward Bertrand Traore, the man who gave the pass that led to the penalty that Burkina Faso had, and then he went on to score, and then kept Burkina Faso on a record that nobody have. Burkina Faso have scored in 15 consecutive African Cup of Nations games since losing the finals of the 2013 Afcon against Nigeria. Okay, so Burkina Faso's forward Bertrand Traore and English defender Callum Chambers, both 28, are attracting interest from European clubs after being told they could leave Aston Villa in January. All right, Jose Mourinho could return to management after he was fired by AS Roma, with his former club FC Porto being rumored to be the club that wants to sign him. Well, that's all that we've got on the show today. I don't know about you if you've had fun or not, but I have really had good fun, and a few messages came in. My Mike say good morning. Anybody can be beaten. Okay, Isaac Peter say aside Osimhen, everywhere Ivory Coast is better than us. Okay, I your voice. You say greetings to you. I just want to confirm the Gift Urban move to Lyon. Yes, that conversation is on, but it's not been officially confirmed. So I'm going to wait. I wrote to Regos in Nottingham Forest get like 52 players. They are planning to sell them now because they don't want trouble. Thank you very much, everybody, for being on the show today. While you watch your game, take notes so that we can talk about them tomorrow. And you know how tomorrow's show is going to be morning and night, because we're going to have the regular morning show, and then at night we're going to also have to talk about, after that Super Eagles game, we're going to have a post game live stream, maybe for 1 hour or 45 minutes, depending on how we can hold it down. But thank you very much for your time. God bless you, and have for yourself a wonderful day. Like I always say, if you're not going to be the solution, please don't be the problem. And if you can't fix it, don't stop or stand in the way of those who are working hard to fix it. God bless you, and be the very, very best version of who God created you to be. Stay strong, believe. And I learned something the other day. It said you can never succeed at something you do not have belief that it will work. That's very, very deep when I heard it, but it was nice. God bless you guys. Bye.